Bulletproof bodies, elastic physics by City Driver Downtempo. Cinema has made many contributions to modern imagination. Among its more impressive achievements is the quiet suggestion that the human body is sturdier than medical science has long maintained. In action films, a protagonist may absorb repeated blows to the head, survive gunshot wounds, fall from height, and return, after a brief pause, to fluid, coordinated movement. He runs without dizziness. He fights without nerve impairment. He drives without diminished reaction time. Concussion appears temporary. Blood loss appears negotiable. Trauma, it seems, is largely aesthetic. Outside the theater, the body remains less cooperative. A single forceful strike can be fatal. A minor cut can produce permanent nerve damage if placed a few millimeters differently. A concussion may leave cognitive and emotional effects that persist for months or years. Penetrating wounds frequently entail chronic pain, restricted mobility, or lifelong medical complication. Injury is rarely a contained event. It is often the beginning of an altered life. Yet cinema's generosity extends beyond human physiology. But cinema has other gifts. It has expanded the definition of driving techniques beyond what traffic law or physics might recognize. High-speed lane switching, aggressive overtaking, and near-collision maneuvers are presented as evidence of mastery rather than statistical improbability. Vehicles glide through dense traffic with balletic precision. Catastrophe remains perpetually averted. Mechanical failure is rare. Legal consequence is invisible. The choreography suggests that risk, when performed confidently, becomes skill. For some early Asian viewers encountering Western action films, such sequences were occasionally mistaken for documentation rather than design, interpreted as glimpses of ordinary foreign driving culture rather than tightly controlled cinematic construction. In reality, persistent high-speed weaving in regulated traffic environments is uncommon. When it does occur, it is more likely to generate accident reports than admiration. Repetition performs its own education. When bodies consistently survive the unsurvivable, injury begins to appear reversible. When reckless driving is shown as controlled and consequence-free, danger begins to resemble competence. Spectacle gradually edits probability. Adults may recognize these distortions as genre convention. Adolescents, still calibrating their sense of vulnerability and risk, may interpret them differently. When representation repeatedly detaches action from aftermath, the imagination adjusts accordingly. Art need not serve as moral instruction. Nor must it obey realism. But when wounds leave no deficit and velocity carries no cost, fiction drifts far from biology and physics. The nervous system does not adapt to screenplay logic. Bone density remains unchanged. Reaction time remains finite. Cinema can compress time, revive franchises, and suspend gravity. It cannot renegotiate consequence. Remembering this is not moral alarm. It is merely declining to outsource reality to choreography.